Okay, what's up, everybody? It's me, Jason, back with another episode of Autism Hood Talk podcast or podcast, vlog, whatever you want to call it. Um, Today, the topic is going to be autism and food. Now, the reason I chose this topic, autism and food, is because yesterday was a really bad night, really bad evening. This morning, it was really bad again. And to be honest with you, I'm not even sure what's going on. Um, to give you a little background, okay, when my son was a baby, even up to about, I would say, a year ago, he didn't really have that many eating issues. He would eat pretty much anything. Like when he was 2, 3, 4, 5 years old, 6, 7, 8, 9, he would eat pretty much anything. Like he wasn't really picky about certain things. He would just eat all the time, right? I would say about 2 years ago, he just started getting not even picky. He just started getting impossible with the food. And I say impossible. To give you an example of when I say impossible, what I mean is my son now, his food has to be exactly perfect. I mean, it has to be perfect, perfect, exactly how he wants it. And if it's not exactly how he wants it, it's done. He's not going to touch it, he's not going to eat it. It's just done. It has to be exactly how he wants it. Do you know how hard and stressful and how much pressure it is to make sure food is prepared exactly how this boy wants it? And when I say exactly, I'm not exaggerating. I mean, it has to be 100% how he wants it. You can't add nothing, you can't take away nothing. It has to be 100% the way he wants it. And it gets even deeper. It has to look exactly how he's picturing it in his mind. If it doesn't look exactly how he thinks it's supposed to look, he doesn't want it. It doesn't matter how hungry he is. It doesn't matter. This dude could be starving. If it doesn't look exactly how he thinks it's supposed to look, and when I say exactly, I mean exactly. It has to look exactly how he thinks it's supposed to look. If it's any deviation from how he thinks it's supposed to look, I mean, any deviation, he doesn't want it. He's not going to even touch it. And and I don't think people actually understand. Like when I'm tweeting on Twitter, and I tweet about like last night when I tweeted out, I took my son to Subway, and I got him a sub, his favorite sub, a meatball sub, and he likes meatball subs, the 6 inch, toasted on Italian bread with nothing on it, just meatballs, light sauce, toasted. That's it. So we go around the, Subway yesterday, and I order his food exactly how he wants it. And we stood there, and he watched the lady make it exactly how we wanted it. And we got it, paid for it, came home. I'm thinking everything's cool because we watched the lady make the food. He watched her. She did everything exactly how he wanted it. So we get home, we get ready to eat. This dude unwraps his sandwich. He looks at it. It's not right. And I'm like, what you mean it's not right? It's she made it exactly how you wanted it. What you mean it's not right? Oh, the bread. The way the bread toasted up, it didn't look right to him. It's toasted bread. It's toasted bread. But because of the way it toasted that particular time, it didn't look the way he wanted it to look. Even though there's nothing wrong with the sub. It's perfectly fine. Exactly how he wanted it, exactly. But because the way the oven toasted the bread, the way the bread came out, it was a little off color. Just and when I say off color, I mean not even a whole shade off color. It was like maybe maybe a little tiny bit toasted too much. Like maybe just a little. She left it in there for like maybe a half a second too long. And because of that half a fucking second of the bread being toasted, it's a wrap. He don't want it. This is the kind of shit with food that I've been dealing with now for probably like the last, I want to say 2 years, year and a half, 2 years. It's just impossible. Like the food shit, it is impossible. Impossible. And it's like I said, it's not even about him being picky. It's not even about pickiness. This dude is beyond pickiness. You know what I'm saying? He's beyond that shit. It's not even picky no more. This shit is flat out impossible, man. It's impossible. And it's like I don't think unless you actually dealing with this type of shit, nobody's gonna really understand unless you actually dealing with this type of shit. And it's crazy. It is crazy, man. I don't care what nobody says. This shit is crazy and it's fucking impossible. It's impossible to please this dude. Impossible, man. I don't think people really don't realize how much money I go through buying food. People don't realize how many times I cook, man. I cook every damn day. And if I don't cook, I at least buy food or order it every day, every single day. I'm sick of food. I'm sick of it. I'm, man, because of this shit, I am literally sick of food. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of buying food. I'm sick of cooking food. I'm sick of ordering food. I'm sick of worrying myself to death every damn day about food. I'm sick of getting up in the morning, cooking breakfast, and worrying that I'm not going to get this shit right and he's not going to eat it. I'm just sick, man. I'm sick of every day before he comes home. I got to try to figure out what this boy going to want to eat. And then once I figure out what he's going to eat, then I worry myself sick if I'm going to get this shit right. If I'm going to get it right. I hate cooking and rushing to cook. I hate that shit. I used to love to cook all the time. All the time, man. I used to love to cook, man. My mother taught me how to cook. My grandmother taught me how to cook. I've been cooking since I was a kid. I've been cooking since I was my son's age, 11. I know how to cook a lot of stuff, man. I used to cook big breakfasts, big dinners every day. That's back when my son didn't have no problem eating this stuff. But now, I mean, it's just impossible. It's impossible, man. And even like ordering food on like DoorDash or something like that, that's just that's a no go now. It's too much. It's too much pressure. It's too much worrying. Cause I can go on DoorDash and order some food, right? And the whole time we waiting on the food to come, I'm worrying myself sick. I'm literally worrying myself sick, man. I'm getting sick to my stomach. I feel like throwing up because I'm worrying. I'm worrying if the restaurant is going to get his food right. I'm worrying if the restaurant is going to mix up the order or not. I'm worrying if the restaurant is going to decide to just make the food how they want to make it and say fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I worry about all that type shit. Most of the time, when we order food and it comes, it's all good. It's cool. But then there's times when the food will come, something will be wrong with it. Something. And most of the time, it's the most smallest, pettiest ass shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's real sickening to go on DoorDash and spend $25 on some food only for the food to get here, and because it's not right or it doesn't look right or it doesn't smell right or whatever, he don't want it. Won't even try it. Just nah, I don't want that. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what the fuck am I supposed to even do? What the fuck am I really supposed to do, man? This shit is impossible, man. This shit is getting to the point where it is literally impossible to even please this dude with food at all. I mean, this shit's crazy, man. It's crazy. And it's not even at home either. This is at school too. He does the shit at school with the school breakfast, school lunch. He'll eat something one day. They'll try to give it to him the next day. And if it's not exactly right, if it's not exactly how it was the day before, he ain't gonna eat it. He don't want it. I don't care how good it was. I don't care if he loved it and asked for seconds and thirds. If you make it for him another time and you don't make it exactly how you made it the first time, he not gonna touch it. He not gonna eat it. It's just gonna be wasted. And for all the people that's quick to say, "Oh, leftovers," nah, my son doesn't even touch leftovers at all. He just doesn't. It doesn't matter. He could eat something today and love it. If I try to put it up for tomorrow and reheat it and give it to him, he's not gonna want it. He's just not gonna want it. He's just not. He's just funny with like leftovers and stuff like that. He's always been that way. He doesn't eat leftovers. He just doesn't. And his is like, to him, when he eats something, when he's done with it, he's done with it. He's not trying to put it up and go eat it later. He's not trying to put it up and heat it up again tomorrow. Or he don't roll like that. He don't do that. Never have. I've tried, man. I've tried cooking big meals and eating and then, you know, freezing the rest for another day or putting the rest in the refrigerator for the next day and try to eat it the next day. I'll eat it. He won't. He just won't. Because to him, it's like, I ate that yesterday. I'm done with it. I'm moving on to something else now. That's just how he rolls. And, because of all this little shit like that, the food shit, it's impossible. It's really fucking impossible. It's just impossible, man. It's really impossible. The only thing I can even really think of is to just buy a bunch of frozen food. Just buy a bunch of frozen food that all he has to do is pop it in the microwave. Because with the frozen food is going to be the same every single time. Every single time. It's just always going to be the same. And like anything else, it's just a gamble. Constant fucking gamble, man. Because anybody that cooks a lot knows you're never going to get the recipe exact every time. You're just not. You can try, but it's not going to come out the exact way every single time. It's just not. There's always going to be some small little detail that gets missed out or gets mixed up or whatever. It's almost impossible to cook something the exact same way every single time. It's just impossible. It's impossible, bro. But for whatever reason, my son seems to think it's not impossible. And that's just what he wants. It has to be 100% how he wants it. And like I said earlier, it can't be 95%, it can't be 98%, it can't be 99%. It has to be 100% how he wants it. And if it's not, he's not going to eat it. It's going to get wasted. And I don't know what to even do about this. I have no idea. I have no clue, man. I don't know what to do. I just don't. The only thing I can even think of, like I said, is just buy microwave food, because the microwave food is going to be the same every single time you cook it. It's going to be the same. It's the same thing, the same ingredients, the same everything, because it's already packaged, frozen. It's already, put together. And they put them together in mass quantities. So they're all the same, pretty much. And that's the only thing I could think of for him, because other than that, it's just too stressful. Trying to cook, it's way too stressful. Trying to even order food, too much, too much. I get physically sick over this shit every day. And, I tweet this stuff out on Twitter sometimes. I doubt if the people even on Twitter even getting what the fuck I'm trying to say about this shit. That's why I chose to make this video, to kind of express myself and make the point that I'm actually trying to make. And the point that I'm trying to make is, when it comes to my son and food, this shit is impossible. It's just impossible, man. And I don't really care if anybody wants to disagree all the hell you want. I'm telling you what's going on over here with the food and him and autism or whatever. And it's like, it's just weird, man. I don't even know. It's not even really like a sensory thing. I don't know. It's not even really a sensory thing, man. It's just, I don't even know really. I can't even put my finger on what it actually is. It's just, it has to be the same. Like, that's all I can even think of, bro. It just has to be the same every single time. It's too stressful. It's too much pressure. It's way too much pressure. Even cooking simple things, like something simple like bacon and eggs, like bacon and scrambled eggs. The eggs have to be scrambled to perfection. It's like, come on, bro. It's like, come on, bro. You being a tad too petty with this type shit. I mean, bro, I'm not gonna get this shit perfect every single time. I'm just not. I'm not no perfect dude like that. I try my best, but it's not gonna come out perfect every single time. I keep trying to explain this to him. He doesn't get it, or he just doesn't want to get it. He ain't trying to hear it. He's like, yeah, okay, I want it the way I want it. And it's like, bro, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's too difficult. Just too fucking difficult. And I got all this other shit, man, that I have to take care of and handle every day. And it's like now it's 7:30 in the morning, and I'm already freaking out about what the hell I'm gonna feed this dude when he comes home today. It's like, it's insane, man. I'm just to the point where I literally don't even want to get nothing. I don't want to cook nothing. I don't want to buy anything, because I'm not trying to waste money, man. The little bit of money we got, man, I gotta try to make this shit stretch out the month, and it's not gonna last the month. I'm gonna be out of money by the end of the week. We got, this dude ain't understanding this. He's not understanding. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, the shit, man, it's so stressful, and it just makes me sick, man. It really, like, and my anxiety gets all fucked up, and then my stomach starts to hurt, and I start getting all these pains in my stomach. Then my chest starts hurting because I'm all fucking stressed out over some stupid ass shit like some food, man. You know what I'm saying? And then, what makes the shit even worse is, when I was growing up, there was no choices of nothing. You just ate whatever the fuck was cooked. And if you didn't eat that shit, you just didn't fucking eat. Period. It didn't matter if I wanted the shit the same way every fucking time. It just, we didn't have that luxury when I was growing up, bro. It wasn't like that. My mother cooked, I ate. And if I didn't want what she cooked, I didn't eat. And best believe, after you do that shit a few times and your ass get to starving and shit, you learn to fucking eat. You know what I'm saying? But my son ain't like that. This dude will starve himself out, man. He will literally starve himself out until I come up with the shit that he really wants to eat, exactly how he wants it. And it's really fucking stressful. And it's not good. You know what I'm saying? It's just a waste most times. But what you gonna do, right? It is what it is. But anyway, he's going to school now, and now I got the whole rest of the day to be hanging up here, worrying myself sick about what this dude is gonna do. And that's just what it is. You know, that's just what it is. I don't know. But anyway, I'm gonna get off of here. This was my blog, podcast, whatever you want to call it for the day. Um, like always, follow me on Twitter, HoodJ73. I'm on Instagram, Autism Hood, HoodJ73. This podcast on YouTube, if you're watching, hit the subscribe button, click the bell so you can get the notice and all that. Other than that, I'm out for the day.